Woo! So that was my morning elixir. I have this every single morning before I go do my fasted cardio. It's a mix of electrolytes, which got sodium, magnesium, potassium, and L-glutamine. Now today, I'm going to be going to do my fasted cardio on the beach. The sun is shining. It's a perfect day to take Amy out, the dog, for a nice little walk on the beach, go for a swim, go chill in the sun for a second. Then I'm come back, then I'm probably going to go out for some breakfast. Have a nice breakfast. What is it? It's Wednesday. So I'm having about 3 cheat meals per week. One of those is always like a breakfast, something nice, eggs, bacon, toast. And then so the reason why I take this glutamine and hydrate is because when I'm fasted at the moment, right? So I don't want to lose muscle mass in the process. It's going to be a very light walk, 20 minutes or so. I'm literally someone that hates cardio, like I despise it. You will never see me on the treadmill for more than, you won't ever see me on the treadmill unless I really have to for competing. But other than that, you don't really need to do cardio to lose fat. Doing a walk in the morning is really good when you're in a fasted state. Yes, it's going to help burn fat like crazy, but it just helps you set up the day, right? I love to go early in the morning when there's not a lot of people out and about, that fresh, crisp air. It just gets my day going, which is super nice, gets the blood flowing. But this is going to help keep me hydrated, so throughout the day. The L-glutamine is also going to line my gut, right? What that means is when you line your gut, it means that your digestion is going to be better. You want to prioritize digestion, because if you're having like the best meal plan, let's say you're eating the best types of food and you got poor digestion, that means that food, those macros are not going to be absorbed properly. So you're not actually going to get the good quality stuff that you want in. So you got to make sure that's on point. The L-glutamine is also supposed to help with reducing muscle wastage, so you don't lose muscle while you are doing that cardio because you don't have any food in your stomach. But that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to hop in the car and I'll check you guys later. So I have my morning coffee. It's a cappuccino with almond milk. I started drinking almond milk because I just find it's way better for my digestion. Like, milk has been making me feel super shitty lately. So I haven't been enjoying that. Cheapest, I can't remember the last time I had normal cow's milk. I did the big switch because it's just better for me, like skin wise as well. I noticed once I stopped drinking normal milk, like my skin has cleared up like a decent amount. I'm not gonna lie, like when I first drank almond milk, I thought it was like quite weird. Like it tasted a bit funny because I wasn't used to it. But about after a week of drinking the almond milk, I actually prefer it with regards to taste. Now if I drink normal milk, like if they give me normal milk with my coffee, sometimes they burn it, and I'm someone that loves coffee, right? Like my coffee needs to be good. I can't just drink shit coffee. I don't like that. So I tend to find that a lot of people, if they're not good baristas or they're not like good at making coffee, they end up burning the milk, and nothing tastes worse than burnt milk. But that's my coffee. I'm going to chug it down. Then the fasted walk begins. I don't know, I'm probably going to do about 20 minutes. I've made the commitment to do 20 minutes every single day. I might push that up a little bit because it's a freaking stunning day. I might spend some time in the sun, go for a dip, then go for an awesome breakfast. I'll see you guys soon. I'm about 5 minutes into the walk. It's freaking awesome. There's like 2 people on the beach. Just super nice. And Marina's fucking loving it right now. Check this insane view out. How fucking crazy is that? Ooh, it's good to be alive. Basically doing a little rock climb here as well. It's awesome. All the check these. The back is coping pretty well. Guys, I just came back from the beach, had an awesome breakfast, flipping killer morning so far. I decided I was going to train tonight this evening, but I'd rather get it done now because somewhere between like 1 and 3 p.m. the gym is super quiet, and I don't like when the gym's too busy, you can't get equipment, you can't get a proper session in, there's people always wanting to chat. So I'm definitely going to try and get everything done now within the next hour and a half or so. So I've just had a big breakfast, flipping awesome. It's one of my cheat meal breakfasts, so I have about one, maybe twice of those per week, depending if I want to have a cheat meal dinner or a cheat meal breakfast. But it's nothing too crazy. It's very similar to what I have normally. I did 4 eggs, 2 slices of Turkish bread, so Turkish toast, bacon, caramelized onion, and had a croissant. So that's what we did there. Now for my pre-workout meal. This is one of the most important, this is probably the most important meal of the day. Okay, this is the most important meal of the day. Because this is going to determine how your session goes. There's nothing worse than going to the gym, like having the intention to hit a killer session and to get a juicy pump, and then you arrive there and you amped, first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then you just drop, like you start becoming flat. Your session isn't as good, you're not lifting heavy, and worst of all, you got a shitty pump. There's no pump whatsoever. So having this beforehand is going to make sure that you've got the energy, that you're lifting heavy, that you're building, and ultimately you're going to grow more and get a good pump. So it's basically some oats. I have 20 grams of peanut butter and a protein shake, whey. This is about 3 scoops of protein, 20 grams of nut butter because it's good fats, and then the carb source is oats because it is quick digestible and it's going to give me good energy for the session. Now when I was at breakfast, I bumped into this guy. I didn't bump into him. He was an old guy sitting behind me, and he just had a conversation. Super nice guy. He's probably about 70, 75 years old. Asked me what I'm doing, all of that type of things. It was really wholesome. But as he left, I saw him and his friend walking. And, you know, they're struggling to walk. They've reached that age, and I thought to myself, I'm shit scared of getting old. And I guess by the time you get to 70, 75 years old, you've had a decent life. Like, you're pretty tired. You don't mind going. But I think it's more the fear of getting old and not having the ability to do certain things, or not being healthy or taking care of yourself. And there's so many people that are out there like 70 years old and they can't walk, they're crippled basically, or even flipping dads at age 30 to 40 years old. They can't go and do shit with their kids, they can't like move, they get out of breath when walking up the stairs. And I would never ever want that for myself. Right? When I'm 30, when I'm 40, I want to be able to go on hikes, go on trips, go on journeys with my kids. Damn, I want to be that grandfather that goes surfing with his grandchild, or teaches his grandchild X, Y, and Z. Like, that's what I want for my future. And unfortunately, like my grandfather as well, he didn't know a lot about like health and fitness, and you know, he's probably like 70, like early 70s, I'm not 100% sure, but he can't walk more than like 20 meters because he's had multiple heart operations due to his health, you know, still smokes. And it's really, really sad to see, like, and still he doesn't prioritize his health, he just doesn't care. And he's miserable, he's absolutely miserable. Like, the fact that you can't just go and walk to the beach or anything like that without being out of breath, and without the risk of having a heart attack. Like, the doctors literally said if he doesn't, like, watch what he's doing, or if he walks too quickly, he's going to have a heart attack, and that will be his last, because he's had a few before, a couple of operations. And that is the last thing I want. So I think I got a lesson from my grandfather not to do that. I'm going to teach him a little bit, like show him a little bit better, help him out for sure. But yeah, so do not take your health, don't take advantage of your health. Use it. It's awesome. So I'm going to get this down, and then I'll see you guys at the gym for a juicy arm day. Let's go. Okay, so I got to the gym a little bit later than I wanted to. It's like 2:30 now, so peak traffic is probably going to be like probably in the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to try and be in and out here 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'm only hitting an arm session. The aim is to get a dirty, filthy pump. So I'm going to do about 3 to 4 biceps exercises. I'll do 4 biceps exercises and 4 triceps exercises, maybe throwing a little bit of calves at the end. I think it's the only like muscle group of the legs or the bottom half that I can do. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm probably going to hit about 3 sets of 20 here. Then I'm also going to be showing you guys a technique that you can use if you are limited at time, or in my case, if you're coming between peak hours so you don't have to wait for machines and all those types of things. It's known as a compound set or a superset. And I'll explain exactly how all of that should work. But let's hit the session. Come on. Shit. Woo. Okay, so that's my final set. First exercise for biceps is a machine. Okay, I'm not going to be doing any dumbbell movements, any barbell movements, nothing that's going to cause compression. This is really good because it isolates your bicep. You've got a pad at the back here. Now what you guys notice is with regards to tempo. Now what tempo is the speed at which the movement is happening, right? So you'll see I go up, squeeze, then I'll take a slow eccentric, 2 to 3 seconds, and then quickly back up again. And that's the tempo you want to try and follow throughout the entire movement, okay? If you're going to go too quickly like this, you're going to swing your elbows forward, you're not going to feel your biceps. And that's where a lot of people tend to go wrong, is they never feel bicep activation because you really need to focus on that mind-muscle connection. So the first exercise is this machine, 3 sets, 20 reps. I think the last one I got about 15 to 17 true reps. I increased the weight on that final set, and those are all working sets. Now I'm going to move on to something a little bit heavier, something like a preacher curl machine, where I'm going to stack up a bit, see how my back does. So I always like to start off with something a bit lighter, more reps, just to warm up the muscle, get blood flowing, get blood pushed into that muscle, warm everything up so that I do not have an injury, and then move on to something a bit heavier. Then I'll finish off the biceps with a superset movement, okay, or a compound set. A compound set is when you do 2 exercises straight after each other, so 1 exercise, then straight after the next one of the same muscle group. A superset, however, is if, let's say I were to do biceps, superset of triceps. That is the difference between a compound set and a superset for all of you nerds and fatigues out there. But everyone knows there's a damn superset, okay? But now you know the difference. Okay, let's move on to the next one, slightly heavier. Let's go. Okay, so that's the first set of the heavier exercises rather. Now, I'm doing it with an easy bar, but I'm not getting a really good contraction on my biceps. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it out. Instead of using the easy bar, I'm going to do single arm dumbbell curls, get a really deep stretch, nice powerful movements. So that's first set done basically. I think I'm going to hit maybe 2, maybe 3 more of this. The gym isn't filling up just yet, so we're still good. You know, it's funny. So I'm busy filming in the gym now. And usually I've got this like, not insecurity, but like, I'm aware like people are always watching me in the gym when it comes to filming. And I always have this idea that people are judging me for it. Like, this guy's a prick. So I'm sitting here and I'm filming now. And this guy comes up to me, this kid, he's like 21 years old. And he's like, first of all, he's like staring at me like funny, and I'm like, okay, this guy's judging me, whatever. And then I come and I ask him, listen, how long until you got this machine for? Or this pad for? He says, oh, he's only got 3 more sets. And then he says like, he was a bit nervous to ask me, but he asked me like, are you into bodybuilding? And I said, yes, 100%. He's like, oh dude, that's so awesome, that's awesome. I respect that so much. And says he's 21, he's getting into it, and he starts asking me for some advice, right? And what the split is, like what split I'm following, what's best, because he's been out of it now. He really wants to get locked in. So I told him the best split there is, the split that I use for all of my clients in the lean mass method, I use myself, is a push-pull leg split. And I told him exactly how to map it out. So Monday, you want to hit legs 1. So legs 1 will be like quad focused. Tuesday, you're going to do a push. That's chest, shoulders, triceps. Wednesday, you're going to do a pull, which is back and biceps. Okay, then Friday, Thursday, you're going to take a rest. Friday, you're going to do another leg session, but that is going to be more hamstring focused. Obviously, you're going to do calves for both of those leg sessions. And then Friday, and then Saturday, right? You don't always have to do Saturday, but if you've got a weak point or a lagging point, then use that Saturday to work on that. So let's say your chest is smaller, then you'll do another push day. If your back is smaller, you'll do another pull day. And that's how you want to rotate. And then Sunday, you're going to take a rest day. And that is the best split. That is the split that has brought me the most results, brought all of my clients top results. That switch was way better than the easy bar. I think even if I'm not injured, I would prefer doing those single dumbbell preacher curls. The nice thing is with this is you've got this gap in the middle, right? So your arm can extend all the way, getting a super deep stretch in the bicep. Whereas when I use an easy bar, the clips at the bottom that holds the bar, the hooks, or whatever you call it, gets in the way, so you don't get a full deep stretch. So that is really, really nice. I'm not going too heavy. I'm using 16 kilos, so that's about 30 pounds, just over 30 pounds or something like that per arm, so not too much. But I'm going to do 1 more set. I'm pushing for about 8 to 10 reps on each. I think I just struggled to get 8. So we're going to try and push for another 8, maybe push it even more. My fucking arms have become weak. So you'll see, just to get those last 8 reps, the only thing I do is I help myself up, and then I still control the eccentric movement so I can get some good tearing of the muscle fibers. That's done, we're going to move on to the next, which is going to be a compound set. Okay, so for the final biceps exercise, we're going to do a superset. So we're going to do with a bench incline position. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the cables from the back and I'm going to curl. Make sure when you're doing this movement, you don't go forward like this. You want to keep those elbows nice and far back. That's where you're going to get the most bicep contraction. Then what I'm going to superset it with is going to do spider curls, but with the cable. So I'm literally just going to flip around like this and then take it from the bottom and do a spider curl movement. I reckon I'm going to do about 3 sets of this, push for about 15, 20 reps, somewhere around there. Nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to do a strip set with, I think, ropes. So that's just going to be an extra exercise. Let's go. Guys, I definitely got to drop the weight with that superset because that shit is fucking hard. It's an awkward position, but it really hits the biceps, really targets that big ball there. So I'm gonna drop the weight, I'm gonna keep it in this exact same position, and yeah, let's go. I think I'm gonna do 2 more sets of this, then move into the strip set. I'm literally dropping this weight to about 2 plates on the machine. That's how difficult it is, because I want to really focus on the contraction, not move too much on my shoulders, not swing too much. So dropping the weight is going to be better here. Dusted. That is biceps done. I decided not to do the strip set because I've done more than enough biceps. Biceps were super pumped. I did a little bit extra because I was doing an Instagram video to show you guys exactly how I do that movement, or how you can feel far better contraction with that movement. So now I'll be moving on to triceps. On Monday I did a full push day, so that was chest, triceps and shoulders. So I'm going to do 2 tricep exercises for today, game and digestion, and it's going to be a heavy lift of close grip bench press. So that's going to target those triceps specifically. It's like a gym press, baby, basically. And then what I'm going to do is just finish it off with a strip set on the ropes, because I did more than enough triceps this week already, and then do 1 set of calves, and then that's us for the day. But I'm probably going to push, it's going to be a warm-up set, we're going to do 2 working sets and then 1 final strip set, and that's that. Let's go. The core has been weak. I guess I think I'm going to push on another plate. So we're going to do 100 kilos. I don't know what that is, like 220 pounds? I have no idea. But that's what we're going to work with today. Nice and slow. I'm going to push for about 6, or I'm going to push for about 8 to 12 reps on this. And then, yeah, that's that. Maybe I'll add another half a plate. We'll see how we feel. I don't think I'm going to push up anymore. That's already feeling it. I haven't gone heavy in a while, so please, for the love of God, no more injuries. Not this year. Okay, so the final exercise for triceps, I'm going to be doing a tricep easy bar thingamabob, and I'm going to
do a strip set. Okay, so that's going to be, I'm starting with 30 kilos, that's about 60 something pounds or some shit like that, just under 60 pounds, I'm not sure, you guys can do the math. But then I'm going to push for 20 every single time. Okay, so 20 reps every single time. Then I'm going to drop. So straight afterwards, drop to, let's say 25, and the next one 20. And I need to try and get 20 reps every single time on this. And that is going to give me a 30 tricep pump, and it's going to burn the shit out of my triceps, and that's that for triceps. Then I'm going to move on to calves, and then that's me done. Let's do this. Let's go for 25 now. Still gonna push for 20 reps. Last one. 20 kilos. Let's push for another 20 reps. That's arms down. I think that was 20, but I'm 100% sure I got a little bit lost. Ooh. Almost done. This is the final exercise for the day. Then we'll do a little biceps update, little arm update, see what we're looking like there. But to finish it off, I'm going to do 3 sets of this. Only 2 plates, push for about 10 to 12 reps, taking it nice, slow, easy, deep stretch, hard push. What's up? And of course, we're going to take the shoes off to get a proper feel of the calves when doing this movement, and also because we don't want to fuck up the shoes more than they already are. I mean, I guess there's no coming back in any case. Okay, so I pushed a little bit more there. That's good. Remember, when doing this movement, do not bounce the damn weight on your calf. The only thing that you're doing is stretching out your Achilles tendon and potentially going to damage that. What you want to do is you want to do nice, slow movements, get a deep stretch at the bottom. You can literally hold it for like 1 to 2 seconds, push up. But when you push up, picture that your knees are going through the ceiling, like you're pushing way beyond, and you really are contracting that calf muscle. I'm going to hit 2 more sets of this, and that's that. See you guys for the bicep updates. Too bad. I haven't lost that much, guys. My fucking arms never lose size. The legs are always going forward. That's me done for the day. There's a quick, easy, killer bicep session that you guys can follow. Reps and set I did mention for all of them, so you've got that as well. So I'll see you guys for the next one. I've got some exciting news, exciting but not so exciting, but I've got some news coming this week with regards to what's going to happen with my competing, with my bodybuilding at the moment, with the injury, and what I'm going to do going forward, at least for this year. So keep updated, like, subscribe, DM me, comment in the sections if there's anything that you're struggling with, whatever content you guys want to see else. Let me pump that out, let me help you out. Let's fucking do this. Let's go.